Your next bout of the evening is sponsored by Spectation Sports. It is in the featherweight division and scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Introducing your first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 146.4 pounds. He makes his amateur MMA debut here tonight. He's representing Combat Athletics out of Knoxville, North Carolina. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Drew Walker. And now his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in at 146.6 pounds. He makes his MMA debut here tonight, and he's representing Nashville MMA out of Nashville, Tennessee. They call him El Diablo, Ernesto Pinuelas. Your referee is Keith Peterson.
I love how into the crowd is only on the fourth fight. This is pretty rare for prelims to be this intense from a crowd's perspective.
Channy, I don't want to be a broken record, but for two guys to make their debuts at a venue like this with Keith Peterson as the ref, this is just amazing. Yeah, you can see Walker's going to be a little longer. He's going to need to use that.
Walker in the blue, Pinuelas in the red.
Nice side kick there from El Diablo.
Yeah, you throw two Taekwondo black belts in a cage together, it's going to be exciting. Nice push away. He wants to keep this fight at distance. Switch of a stance for Pinuelas. Letting Walker know he can go orthodox or southpaw.
Yeah, Walker's corner calling for some teeps there. That would be a good weapon just looking at his frame.
Josh Staley and Richard Walker in Drew's corner. Nice right from Pinuelas. Nice body kick.
Yeah, Walker's keeping his guard high, but right now El Diablo's starting to heat up.
I love how quick he switches. He switches a lot, but he does it quickly. But Walker does a good job of circling the correct way every time, which is impressive again for a debut. Yeah, 10 years ago in this venue, if we threw a debut in, we would not see this technique.
Yeah, and Walker's got a great frame for this division, too. You know, he's got to utilize some of those raw tools he has, because right now El Diablo's heating up.
Walker staying in the pocket there. Ooh,
Ooh,
nice
big right hand from Walker. That was the best moment of the fight for him. Ooh, hard inside leg kick right in front of us there, Channing.
I love the corner advice for Walker. Counter the counter.
Oh, nice flurry there from Pinuelas.
The acoustics in this venue is made for concerts, so the acoustics from the punches, the kicks, I just love it.
Yes, feed those. Level change.
Nice knees to the body.
30 seconds.
Walker working the underhooks.
And you're talking about the chess game that can take place in the cages. We have 30 seconds to go in round one. Walker's corner wants him to counter the counter. But what if El Diablo counters the counter?
Yeah,
the counter?
yeah. Counter three.
Catch that single.
We're reaching inception levels of counter striking, but this is a good moment here for Walker as he's got Pinuelas back up against the cage.
10 seconds remain. It's wild to watch an amazing amateur fight like this. I mean, no nonsense, Keith Peterson right there in front of you. Nice.
Good competition.
Nice round, gentlemen. Nashville, over here, how much you appreciate them.
All the way through the bell, man. That was contested until the final second. Let's take a look at some of the round one action here on the replay.
Yeah, nice right. That's what I love about what Pinuelas is doing. He's not just throwing these 1-2 punch combos. He's following them up 3-4 punches. So I don't know. It's going to be pretty hard to counter the counter if he doesn't stop swinging.
Yeah, right.
And as I look around, Dylan, like this place, like we said earlier, there was a line around the building, and this place is filling up fast.
Yeah. Well, you know, traffic, it's one of the hottest markets in the country for anything you do. You go to a concert, it's going to be packed. You go to a restaurant.
Nashville.
If the restaurant's good, it's going to be packed.
It's
and
one of my favorite cities ever.
The word is out here about these underground events, too. You know, the last one in December took place at the training ground, and the vibes in there were unmatched. And then you add Andrew Stewart into the mix.
To say, it's packed, and I don't even think all Stewie's people are here yet.
We haven't heard a Stewie chant yet, and you know it's coming, but just hold out because it's coming. That is going to be your main event this evening, the final pro fight of the night, final of 3.
And I want to point this out again. You see Dustin Ortiz from Team Nashville MMA, corner in Pinuelas, leaving. That means he believes a lot in this young man to be on the fight team.
He's a busy guy tonight. Oh, knockdown there from Walker. I don't know if it was more of a trip or a knockdown. It looked like a short strike. Might have caught El Diablo off balance, but this is good moments here for Walker.
This is where it gets interesting to me. You see 2 Taekwondo guys on the ground. It's like, all right, who's been training harder on the mats?
Stay heavy! Stay heavy!
Yeah, Walker's corner doesn't want them to give Pinuelas an inch to breathe.
Drew, over the top right there. Control the biceps. Control biceps. Watch the triangle.
And this is why it's MMA, right, Channing?
It is, and I am going to sound like a broken record. These debut guys are just so impressive. They just don't look. The little techniques that they're doing on the mat, from getting the underhook still on the bottom, it's just stuff you just don't see from an 0-0 fighter.
Now watch him pushing off the cage here with his feet. You're ready. Now go to work.
And even though it's loud, Walker's not so far away from his corner. I think he's able to listen and get this instruction.
I will tell you this. I was talking about not knowing much about their gym, but he's getting some great corner advice. Now, if he'll take it, that's a different question.
Well, so far, he's implementing the game plan pretty effectively here.
And Pinuelas wants to, right now, he wants to get his head off the mat for one. He needs to raise up, and I would be trying to break that guard.
Yeah, Walker, I'm sorry to jump in on their channel. I was just saying Walker is one of 2 combat athletics fighters on the card tonight. Ramiro Ponce still to come.
Awesome. Look at that old cover his mouth so he can't breathe. I did that in a fight a long time ago because I was tired.
That's effective, no?
Yes, I thought so. At least it made me think I was stopping his breathing because it is exhausting. It looks like if you think they're doing nothing right now, they are wearing each other out.
Well, if they were doing nothing, I think Keith Peterson would step in and stand him up. But Walker has been effective enough with the top control here to maintain this position. 1 minute to go here in round 2. Walker having his best moments of the fight here in round 2.
Yeah, I kind of wish Pinuelas would stop throwing these little punches from bottom and spend more energy trying to get out of this. .40 seconds remain in round number 1.
Just to jump in there, round number 2, I would say round 1 would probably be edge to Pinuelas, but this round for Walker there, after whether it was a knockdown, whether it was a trip, it's really inconsequential because it's been all control time for Walker here in round 2.
Back to his leg.
He's working his way on the cage, but 15 seconds left.
Uh-oh, wait a minute. The makings of it are there, but time is short.
This is not looking good for Walker.
Saved by the bell, perhaps.
Nashville, this one's good. We're headed to a 3rd and final round.
Channy, tough round to score there because Walker had a lot of control time, was doing some good damage. Pinuelas, submission attempt, and really looked like maybe he had something there at the end of round 2.
Yeah, and I'll say this, as somebody who's been there, I've been in a choke for the last 15 seconds, and it really does something to you coming out. You see him sitting on his stool, his corner working. It really affects him because I couldn't see from my angle, but I thought it was pretty deep, and we're going to see what Walker's got in him. His coach is telling him, pretty sure that's his brother, telling him to dig deep right now.
Wow. Yeah, that's an intense corner work. You're getting a look at the great job by the cameraman there. And he'd do well to listen to him. You know, he's very likely now tied. I feel like it probably is a round apiece. Of course, you can't be certain.
You can't be certain, but I agree with you. 1-1 going into 3. Great thing about this is they start on their feet. So I'm sure that's where Pinuelas is looking to keep this one. And here we go.
And no matter who gets their hand raised here, this will really be one to remember. Keith Peterson controlling the action.
Nashville, I promise.
2
the
debut
louder
fighters.
you yell, the harder they're going to fight.
Walker and Pinuelas the biggest fights of their young career, the first fights of their young career, and round 3 is upon us.
Yeah, no, pretty impressive. Neither guy really looks gassed right now. Nice jab from Pinuelas.
Give me faith. Make him react. Yes. Yes.
Nice head kick.
Right here. Level change. Watch your head.
Yeah, the Walker corner calling for a level change. They are right in front of us.
Yeah, they want it back with him. Pinuelas is back on the mat, and their guy on top.
Step in there. Let him pump those arms a little.
Yeah, you don't want to gas out going for the guillotine if you don't have it.
Hey, can you inside trip? Yes. Underhook. Underhook.
Yeah, Pinuelas really needs to dig an underhook now if he can. Easier said than done, of course.
Inside base, pull the leg away from the cage. Get your hip in there. Okay.
Yeah, Walker right in front of his corner here, listening very well.
Inside. Yes.
Yeah, Walker's really showing a lot of cage intelligence
Oh,
here
for
for a
sure.
debut fighter.
Right there, drag it down. There we go.
And that goes a long ways because some guys get in there and they just black out. Oh, no nonsense.
You get the feeling here this is good
There
for
we go.
El Diablo
Yeah,
now
it
because
is.
he was really wanting to get back to distance.
He's throwing those high kicks. He's just not following through with them. I'd like to see him follow through a little more on those high kicks.
Nice flurry there.
Go.
Nice team.
You go.
Oh, nice.
Oh, you feel like if it stayed up against the cage, Walker had something, but El Diablo looks to be coming alive.
Let it fly, Drew.
Walker looking for the takedown again. He's got a single leg.
Lock hands below the butt. Take him down to side control. Hey, you got it. Posture up. Shut the zips away.
Yeah, these acoustics really help with cornering across the cage.
Stuff like that you don't consider. You know, new venue, there's going to be some new wrinkles.
Sometimes corners are just yelling in the abyss.
You got a level change.
He's got an arm in. He's working that guillotine, but I don't.
Yeah, they're just on the opposite end of the cage for us. I don't believe there's
And that's
any
where you
threat.
see the inexperience come in because a lot of guys will squeeze those and gas out their arms.
Couple Taekwondo masters.
Yeah.
And here we are with 40 seconds to go, locked up in a clinch against the cage.
I wish Pinuelas would just spin and put Walker's back against the cage and break away.
Hey, finish the takedown. You got it, buddy. Do it.
20 seconds remain.
In a closely contested round, if Walker was able to get a takedown, that would be big.
That would be huge. Seconds remain. Drew drops to his knees looking for that. He doesn't look like he's going to get it in time.
Oh, wow.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this one's going to be close. We are headed to a judge's scorecard.
This is going to be close. It really is. Jeff Hobbs 100% right there on the announcement. Channy, what do you think, buddy? We had a lot to consider there. It felt like each round was a fight within a fight.
First, I just love sportsmanship in this sport in general. Just two guys just punch each other in the face for 3 rounds, and then they hug it out at the end. That's one of my favorite things about this sport. As far as the decision goes,
Yeah.
I usually have a side, and if I had to lean one way, I think Walker, just being on top, having that control. Even when Pinuelas was getting the punches, he was getting walked down by Walker. I would lean a little to Walker in this one.
Yeah, round 3, I think, is going to be a pivotal round, right? Because if it's strictly damage,
Yeah.
I thought Pinuelas really got the hands and some of the kicks going. But, you know, it's sort of that paramount discussion. And damage versus control, you see it at the highest levels of the sport, but here in the underground.
Yeah. And if Walker would have got that last takedown, which he had him against the cage for quite some time,
Yeah.
I think that would have really helped the judges. But, I mean, in the 4th fight, these judges are getting their work in.
Yeah, no, you're 100%
Give it
right.
up for him one more time, Nashville.
You put the whammy on him there by calling for all knockouts tonight, and now we're going to have a super, super close decision by a couple of debut fighters. Very entertaining bout. The official decision from Jeff Hobbs right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout went to a judge's scorecard. All 3 judges saw this fight the same way. 29-28 for your winner by unanimous decision. Out of the red corner, El Diablo, Ernesto Pinuelas.